World record holder and three-time champ Allie Grace Morgan seeks redemption in this year's Beer Mile World Classic after a DQ in last year's event. Melanie Paulsdal from Chicago is the defending champ and has no plans to give up the title quietly. Elizabeth Lassiter, if given a fighting chance, may usurp both for the crown. After crossing the line in a world record time in 2022, she was DQ'd on a technicality that few, if any, actually understood. There is no doubt on the favorites for the women's team title. The Americans are a beer-guzzling juggernaut set on flexing their livers against all competition. The only thing standing in the way of an American podium sweep is the unpredictability of the English, who hope to set a blazing pace that puts pressure on the USA. Stay tuned for the women's championship section, up next.
Today, dear spectators, we bear witness to an unparalleled display of prowess where extraordinary competitors embody the pinnacle of physicality and embark upon an audacious quest for libation. With grace and fortitude, they navigate the precarious tightrope of swiftness and consumption, thrusting the boundaries of human potential into unfathomable heights. This ethereal moment, the convergence of scientific marvels and cultural wonders, illuminates the tapestry of our shared humanity, capturing the very essence of our existence. Raise your glasses, my esteemed companions, for this symphony of speed and frothy splendor is about to commence. In this hallowed arena, we bear witness to the summit of human achievement, where dreams are realized and legends are born. Let us welcome the competitors of the Women's Beer Mile World Classic!
All right, well, now we're at the meat of the show. We are at the championship race here. This is the Women's World Championships. It's both team and individual. I'm really excited. This is the deepest women's field we've had. We got the USA chants already going on. This is going to be epic.
I mean, there's got to be something to strengthen numbers, right? We just saw a world record run in the last race, which I will qualify that athlete had some advantages of being able to run with guys. I mean, she was running with men who were pushing her the entire way. However, I think these women are going to do some absolute lightning on the track. But we have a gaggle of American women out there hell-bent on defending their title, and the USA chants are reverberating through the stadium.
That's right. And we have a couple profiles we're going to run here real quick. So we just want to give a little bit of background on last year's world champion, Melanie Pausdal.
I'm Melanie Pausdal. I'm from Chicago, and I'm the reigning Beer Mile World Champion. I run with a group called Fleet Feet Racing Team here in Chicago, and they always tend to do beer miles for fun, and I practically begged one of the coaches to set up a beer mile. I just knew that a lot of running teams typically do beer miles for fun at the end of the season, and I had always really wanted to do one. It sounded really exciting to me. I just found that it was so much fun being able to see like how fast I could chug and basically run with the dudes who like are always crushing me in workouts. I just hope to have fun. I hope to run a strong race and also just feel proud about the race that I run. Being able to run strong would be my best outcome, and if that means that I'm on the podium somehow, awesome. If that means that I'm at the back of the pack or disqualified, fine. I just want to be proud, and I want to make the people of Chicago and all my friends and family proud.
Yeah, we'll get this. We got you. Line up by country. So this is 50.
Right, so we have the women's field coming up here in just a moment. I was at Belgium last year and watched that entire race, and really, it's probably going to be a three-horse race. You have Melanie Pausdal, who's probably the best chugger out of this group. Then you have Allie Grace Morgan, has the best foot speed. I watched her at the U.S. Championships here in Chicago last year. Absolutely destroyed the field on the last lap. I mean, she just cooked. Didn't perform as well as she wanted to at Leuven last year. But then you have Elizabeth Lassiter, who's the best end-to-end, like puts the entire thing together perfectly. So it's really anybody's race at this time.
You know, you just got to hope that we avoid a Lizaster like last year, right? The Lizaster was detrimental, I think, to the team morale, and also you can hear it in those interviews where it's about pride, right? It's about putting yourself out there, having a great race, and being able to stand up at the end and just say, like, I gave it my best. So before we hit this women's race, we're going to go into one more sponsor ad, which I believe right now is for Two Brothers.
You came into my nature, the stronger the flavor, the more I can feed the power of my inner hunger to my lotus. You came into my nature, the stronger the flavor, the more I can feed the power of my inner hunger to my lotus.
Folks, it is my pleasure to introduce the competitors for today's field in the Women's Beer Mile World Classic Championship. I'd like you to welcome all the way from across the pond, Team Belgium. Our neighbors to the north, represented by the one and only Katie Anderson, Team Canada. Finding their way back to America, Team Great Britain. From the snowy fields from afar, let us welcome Team Sweden. And as it should be on home soil, we have two teams representing the great United States today. Let us give it up for USA Team B. And representing the top of the pyramid for Team USA, three-time world champion and world record holder, Allie Grace Morgan. She originally won the race in 2022 in a world record time, only to be harshly DQ'd when chugging out of the zone. Elizabeth Lassiter. And hailing from Chicago, defending world champion, the love of your life, Melanie Posdal. Friends, families, fans, and fanatics, your field for the women's division of the Beer Mile World Classic.
All right, so we've got the women's field out there. They're gonna start this race here any moment now.
We've got former world record holders, current world record holders, world champions, defending national champions. We've got country pride on the line. There's just so much riding on this one race. I mean, you can just see the anticipation in the athletes.
Yeah, this is great. They're grabbing their beers right now, getting ready for that first big chug. This is exciting right here. All right.
Judges, are you ready? Timers, are you ready? Ladies, are you ready? Runners, set, chug!
All right, who's going to come out first on this first chug? I guarantee you Laura Riches will be in first place at the end of this first lap. She is an epic burner right at the beginning. And sure enough, she's out there with the first beer, and she will scream through this first lap. She does have a problem, though. She has never qualified because she keeps getting DQ'd. She does not finish her beers, and she's had a couple of reversal of fortunes. But does she get redemption? I didn't call her out at the beginning just because I wanted this to be a surprise to the new viewers out there. But she will open up a big lead here.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, came out like shot out of a cannon. Team GB had the first 2 athletes off the line with Team USA hot on their heels. But you gotta love to see that, you know, putting down the beers in about 7 seconds and absolutely attacking this first lap. And hot on their heels is our own world record holder, Allison Morgan.
Yeah, she looks really smooth. Right behind her is Melanie Posdahl and Elizabeth Lassiter, all in that fine group. So the Americans are in really good position to take this year's championship. Let's see where we go through this next beer. They're coming down the straightaway right now. Allison Grace Morgan has an interesting chug style. So you'll see this kind of two-handed thing that she does here.
Clearly effective.
Yeah, it works.
What I will also note is that if it didn't come through in the broadcast, the Chicagoland fans here were going absolutely bonkers for Melanie Posdahl. She is a crowd favorite, fan favorite. They loved her here.
We got Elizabeth Lassiter right out in, and she's got a nice big lead right there. She is at 140. It's well behind world record pace right now, but she runs a different style. This was based off of Allison Grace Morgan's former world record. Obviously, that's been broken today, so I would say that we're behind world record pace across the board at this point, but it is still an impressive run right now, and that is a big lead.
You know, when someone runs a world record, maybe that is out of their minds for their race. They're just thinking, just go out and compete, win this dang thing with USA blazoned across your chest. And that's exactly what Elizabeth Lassiter is doing now, trying to go back and rewrite the books from last year.
Well, it's Canada Day right now, but I'm saying it's all USA right now.
Absolutely. USA holding down positions 1, 2, 3 with Team GB occupying the 4th and 6th positions. Listen to those chants as the athletes round under the banner with 100 meters to go in every lap. The fans are absolutely loving this as USA is dominating this women's championship.
Wow, I am really surprised right now at how I thought it was going to be a tighter race. She's putting on a clinic right now. This is a dominating performance. Let's see how she does with her beers. She is a strong chugger. She is really good. Oh, she's got a little bit of foam there. That's going to be a problem.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
No.
She has this could be disaster for her. The worst thing that can happen, she does have an unusual chugging style where she goes up, down, up, down, up, down. That does cause a lot of churn in the bottle, but that's still pretty quick. I don't think, hopefully the judges won't dock her for the foam up on that, because that was not out of her stomach and she didn't turn it over. That thing just foamed up. You can't control that. But Allison Grace Morgan made up a bit of time on that chug. She does have incredible foot speed, so I don't know. It's not put away yet.
The chugging form of Allison Grace Morgan clearly superior to that of Elizabeth Lassiter, but Elizabeth continues to put distance between herself and a pursuant Allison as they go down the backstretch. I think that her laps are going to be quicker, but again, it's this all-powerful, all-important, can't get away from it 4th beer that looms in the distance for both of these athletes.
Yeah, she's actually really opened up on Allison Grace. That is, she is a woman on a mission trying to redeem herself from what happened last year. This is impressive.
Absolutely, and it does appear as though the weather gods are shining down upon us here today as Elizabeth Lassiter turns and burns. She's got a nice little tailwind here on the home stretch coming into this last and 4th beer and what could be her first official, we gotta wait for the results, World Championship.
All right, she's into that last beer. It's this up and down. This one didn't foam up like the last one. She's probably in good shape. She's just got to get it down the gullet.
It doesn't appear as though there's much, she's not struggling with the beer so much as it's just like, whoa, we really got to get it down. That up and down, it's just not efficient.
Yeah, it's not efficient. She's got to stay, she's got to make sure she stays on the line. And, oh, there we go. She's making sure, she's just doing the double check, but she is out. She is out right now. That is a big lead. I do not see Allison, even with her amazing foot speed, being able to make that close. This race is over.
And you hope we don't have another technicality at the finish line because Elizabeth Lassiter is pouring herself, all of her being into this last lap and into this race.
She has absolutely steamrolled this field. This is a dominating performance by Team USA across the board, but on the individual level, I am amazed right now.
This is what we came here to see. This is what the fans came here to see. And as she turns this corner, turns and burns, again, you're going to hear these home country fans giving her everything that she needs for a PR performance and probably what would be, if it weren't for the previous race that we just witnessed, a world record.
Oh yeah, she is right on pace for it. She is. She's got 30 seconds to go to finish this last 100 meters. This is an impressive run.
The fans are letting her hear it. She's got 50 meters to go. We got toga men and women and the frat boys in the pool cheering her home for a victory.
And there we have it. That shaved off 13 seconds off of what was the old record. That is a absolute dynamite performance right there. As Allie Grace Morgan, she's making her way into the finish line, not far off her personal best. And then we have the hometown favorite, Melanie Posdahl. So that is a 1-2-3 Team USA finish.
Absolutely spectacular. And what I love to see is, as we saw Elizabeth Lassiter crossing the line, a fellow competitor who was struggling getting through her fourth beer, putting that race fist in the air, cheering on her countrywomen. Just what a great event today across the board.
Yeah, and right behind her was Casey. So look at there, look at the camaraderie. A lot of smiles there by Team USA. what dominance right now.
Not a lot that you can say that wasn't already said in the pre-show to this. That prelude just absolutely extolling the virtues of our American women beer milers.
Yeah, and so you probably have Team GBR right there, right behind. The Swedes are still out on the course. They put together a good team as well. Not to look past them. But Laura Riches didn't quite have the race that we were hoping she'd have today. She finished in 7 minutes there. Yeah, it's what a fun race. This was amazing. I just hope the men's race that's coming up is going to be, this entertaining. We'll probably see that type of dominance by Corey, but who knows? Maybe there's a new hero that shows up out of nowhere.
Who knows? A stage has been set for the performance that the fans are expecting from these pinnacle athletes, these beer milers, best beer milers in the world, beer mile men and women. As some of our final competitors in this women's championship event are crossing the finish line, still receiving the cheers of this Adelaidean crowd.
Wow, and we're seeing the results come in. I didn't really hear any big clamor from the gallery out there about any of these girls booting, but I think we're going to be cutting away here in just a moment here for, I'm going to kick it over to Josh for an interview on the field.
Folks, it is a tremendous honor to stand next to the Beer Mile Women's Champion, the World Champion. Today, you saw one of the fastest beer miles ever run, full stop. And we are here with Liz Lassiter. Congratulations on your win, Liz. We know it hurt, but how did it hurt so good?
It always hurts, but it extra hurt this time, and I had a blast. I love this event. I love my teammates. I love the community. I'm so thankful for this event and everyone who puts it on every year. I know a lot of work goes into it, and it gets better and better every year.
Now, Liz, we were watching the clock. That 6-minute barrier is so close. Was it ever in your mind coming into this event that you would get so close to breaking 6 minutes?
It was not, but anything can happen on a day like today. So if it does happen, that's incredible. But this event's so unpredictable, but today just kind of all fell into place.
And tell us about the crowd. What was going on with the crowd today? You can still hear them clamoring in the background. How did they play a role in your win?
Yeah, I mean, the crowd is incredible today. Like, so many people came out. That's incredible. I love that so much. But when you're racing, you kind of block out everything. So I didn't really hear much of anything, but like to see all these people here is incredible. So it gives me so much energy, and I love it.
Well, congratulations, Liz. Whether you were able to block them out, that they could never forget this moment that you gave to them. World Beer Mile Classic Women's Champion, Liz Lassiter!
All right, so that's right. You have Elizabeth Lassiter, the current and now reigning world champion. That cannot be taken away from her. Well, I think the measurements probably came through. I think it's all clean. This is the rest of the field. You have like Catherine from USA. You have for Kristen Kadala out of San Francisco, making the trip, running more towards the caboose, but it's still fun to see this entire field. Polly Keene, top runner from the GBR, as well as Marissa Markle, the top runner from Canada, and Frida from Team Sweden. So great field there. All right, so this is the start of the race. As we mentioned, Laura Rich is out really, really quick. It was kind of fun to watch. But then, there you go. There's your world
Elizabeth
champion.
Lassiter absolutely powered through that second beer. I mean, she made mincemeat of that. And all these preceding beers, I mean, they didn't seem to go down easy. And we could see in that post-race interview that she was happy to win, but struggling to keep that down the gullet, celebrating nonetheless. But, man, it was all Liz Lassiter today. And Melanie Pausdal coming in there with the third-place finish. USA 1-2-3.
Yeah, that was absolutely epic. I can't say enough about that. So we're going to get ready for the men's race here in just a few minutes, but we do want to hear from one of our sponsors, Two Brothers Brewing.